dust on the camera lens. Up 4:13 right now. Just getting ready. My friend's over here to pick me up in his car. That's my bag and that's my room. It's a little bit messed up right now because I had to do a lot of last minute packing, but that's how most of us Indian works. But anyway, that's the way we get started. Anyway, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Bye bye. Cheers. After a very long journey, we finally reached at a hotel, which is the Posh Hotel. I'm not sure if it is actually going to be that posh or not. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Alright, so we're now inside my hotel room and you can take a look at the room. It's decent enough. Nothing great about it. I mean, it's still a posh hotel, but yeah, it's looking good. Let's just take a look outside and how the range around us looks. And check this out, guys. It's in the portrait mode. Let me just focus on the back. If it'll just focus. And slowly it's trying to focus, and there you go, guys. Look at this. Now, of course, there are a lot of things that I still have to figure out, because I'll be very honest with you guys, I just got the camera literally 3 hours before starting for the trek, and it was delivered at a very last minute, but I'm still excited because now it gives me a chance to discover features while I'm discovering the area around me. Hey guys, how's it going? It's just early morning right now. It's around 6:30, but we're out on the rooftop. So let's just get out. Because I just wanted you guys to see something very interesting and very cool, which is the sunrise, obviously. Sorry, it's freezing out here, but just take a look at this view. Let me just tap on it to make sure that it can adjust to the HDR and everything. But yeah, go ahead, take a look. The sun is just about to come out and we're just trying to record a time lapse of it. So taking a couple of photos for our channel and everything. So yeah, that is something that we're working on. But yeah, the overall look is so good. It's freezing, yes, but let's just hope that the experience is good enough as well. Okay, so apart from taking a lot of overall time lapse and everything, one more thing that we're trying to do is take some drone footage of it. So let me just zoom into some of the footage that my friend Devama has been taking. That is the DJI
Mavic Air.
Mavic Air, yep. And okay, this is a much better view. We have just packed up all of our stuff and we will be leaving for the proper trek now. As you can see, I am decently packed up. These are my trekking pants, specially bought from Decathlon. So yeah, that's a good recommendation. Yeah, not sponsored by Decathlon in any manner whatsoever. I wish it was, because trust me, as much as I love hiking, I would love to showcase one of their products, but damn man, those guys don't really reach out to me. So we started our trek and right now we're going to the Bhagasuna waterfall. Let's see how things go. It's my first time going to the waterfall route actually, because there are two roads to the Triun Trek base point. But this time, because I wanted to spin things around, I'm going via the waterfall route. Let's hope that things work out well. Hey guys, so we're I think 30% completed
40.
and
Hey, shut up, 30.
30%, bro. Yeah, and the
Tera
difference.
na mera 35.
The difference here in my last trip to Triun and this one is that the normal route is closed. So we have to take another route that is basically comprised all of steps. So obviously that's being super taxing on us. We've all shed our top layers.
Deo.
That sounded wrong. We have all taken apart our jackets. So even at 30%, you can get a great view of the hills and the McLeodganj view. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you take a look at it. There you go. Yep. Take a look at this. The hills, the fog. Look at the greenery over there. Yeah. Alright, so we're almost at the top of what's supposed to be the base point. No, not the base point. What's supposed to be the camping spot. And okay, the road's been very shaky. I'll show you, get you a view of it. It's not been easy at all, but the view obviously has been great. But yeah, let me just turn around and voila! Check this out. Okay guys, after a lot of effort, I feel confident in saying that we've probably reached the campsite. Hey guys, so we're inside the tent right now, as you can see, blah 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 blah, and I'm staying in with Devam. The other guy is staying in the other tent. And hey, don't mess up with the lighting. I mean, you can, because the Sony ZV-1 has some great recording capabilities at
Low light capabilities.
yeah, although the ISO is set to auto, I think actually everything is set to auto.
F2
With my-
and 1/25. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, because obviously he's a videographer, so he'll just start noticing all of those things. I mean, even I do, but not as much as he does. But anyway, so we're still, it's what, 6:43 right now, and we're waiting for the guys to light up the bonfire and everything. Hey guys, it's good morning officially, and I have changed a bit of my clothes, but yeah, as you can see, I'm a 90s kid, and that's the kind of setup that we're wearing. And of course, no morning is complete without a cup of tea, so that's what we're having right now. It was too cold last night, so I had to sleep in a little bit more. Basically the point being that I could not catch the sunrise, but my friend did. He actually had kept his camera outside only. So the plan right now is that because of the weather conditions, we probably might not go till the snow line. But regardless of that, we are planning on going till the Triun top at least. Not sure how that'll end up, because it did rain slightly in the night, but not a lot. Anyway, here's the view from the journey. That is all that we've climbed. We were somewhere over there. Yeah, we've climbed all this route and we have to go all the way till there. Alright guys, we are pretty much at the top of some snow and some trees. Check this out. Let me pan the camera around actually. Okay guys, we have started our descent from the Triund trek. You can take a glimpse of the views on the side once again. But yeah, we are descending now. We just had some breakfast. Unfortunately, I couldn't record it properly because there was some issues in terms of the recording due to the lighting conditions since we were sitting inside the hut and things weren't working ideally. As you can see, the descent, we're taking the different route, and trust me guys, this is night and day. Not just because descent is anyway easier, but even the overall road and the passage is much more easier. I think I'm gonna keep a camera back in my backpack because I need to maintain some body balance. See you guys in a bit. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is that it had started snowing. I'll just pan the camera around so you can see. There you go. Looks like dandruff, but yeah, it's actually snowing. Yep. It's such a lovely sight. But we are descending down simply because it would be a lot tougher if it starts snowing a little bit heavier. Also, one more thing, just in case it starts snowing a lot or starts raining, I might not be able to post updates more of the trek. So yeah, it could be peace out for a while now. Peace out. I'm using my camera.
Vlog test.
Yeah, and
in the snow.
Just so you know, he's a better videographer than he's a professional videographer, obviously. I am just a guy who has a little bit of has actually started to get a lot worse now. You can see the snow on my body, and yeah, man, it's freezing right now. It's freezing cold here. The snow coming in. There you go. The snowfall was quite heavy, so we had to keep our cameras inside our bags. But now, I mean, it's still snowing, but the weather is considerably better because at the top it had gotten super windy and was snowing a lot. I was just worried that it might damage our camera equipment. So yeah, right now we are about 20 minutes away from the base point, hopefully. But let's see how things go. Hey guys, how's it going? So I'm genuinely very sorry we did not record a lot of stuff simply because it had started raining quite heavily. I mean, it was snowing at the top and then we started descending and it was raining very, very heavily. And even though we all have waterproof bags, all our equipment did still get some moisture. So just to be on the safe side, we just kept it in one other room, ordered a heater just to like ensure that all the moisture dried off. But like I said, it was snowing all night. Like basically it was raining all night here in McLeodganj, but basically it also meant that it was snowing all night at the top on the Triund. So you know what happens? You saw our view from the balcony of our hotel. Well, let me show you how the view looks like now from our hotel's window. Hold on, let me turn on the camera. Wait. वहाँ से पूरा पर्दा ऐसे खोलना. एक बारी में. There you go. Just look at the top, guys. It's all covered in snow. Everything. Damn, this looks beautiful. So that is about it. It's time for us to leave now. There has been some issues regarding the single border, so I'm not going to get into a depth about it, but yeah, it's best to leave as early as we can just so we can cover the major portions of the road here and avoid as much traffic as we can. So yeah, the car's loaded up, we're just leaving, and hopefully we can catch some good footages on the road. See ya. So as you can see, we are back in the studio, and obviously this time I'm recording via the Sony Alpha 6300 and this is the Blue Yeti mic. So obviously you can understand the difference in terms of the audio and video. So you just saw the vlog and everything, and that's fine. But there are a couple of pointers that I could not mention in the video, and after I was editing the full video, the full vlogging review of the Sony ZV-1, there are a couple of things that I just wanted to highlight, and so this is just all that is. So the first thing that I want to mention is that the camera comes with EIS, not OIS like I was a little confused about, but yeah, it is EIS. But the big thing to note here is that it crops the frame quite a lot. I mean, almost 20 to 25%, and that's a big factor. Now, the one portion where it matters a lot is, well, when you are vlogging, in the sense when you're taking a face shot. See, if you're taking a B-roll of mountains or terrains or landscapes or anything like that, even the cropped frame is fine. I mean, to some extent you can work your way around it. You can just pan the camera around, take a panorama and something like that, and things will still work. So during the vlog, you might have noticed a couple of instances where the entire frame was just my face. Like, not even proper face, it's just this portion. Not even the head, not even the full chin, it's just this portion. And that is really annoying. So that is one factor that you need to keep in mind. Now the next thing that I want to mention is the fact that while the Sony ZV-1 is super lightweight and super portable, I mean, it's one of the most lightweight and portable vlogging cameras that I've used so far, but on a personal level, I still found myself using the Pixel more. Like when we were trekking down and we met a couple of other travelers as well, everyone was using either their Pixels or their Android phones or basically iPhones for recording and vlogging purposes. Which also reminds me, the ZV-1 can actually shoot in 4K resolution as well. Now for the purpose of this video, we were only shooting in 1080p simply because we were restricted by the battery life and everything. So I just wanted to ensure that I could get the maximum juice out of the ZV-1. So yeah, that is the reason why I was shooting in 1080p, because we were in sub-zero temperatures and everything. But yeah, the camera can shoot in 4K, so that is another plus. Speaking of pluses, the camera just received a firmware update which allows you to live stream from the camera directly. And like I said, that also makes the ZV-1 a multi-purpose camera. So instead of being just a vlogging camera, you can use it for taking time lapses, you can use it for recording 4K videos, you can use it to live stream to YouTube or anything else like that. So yeah, the ZV-1 makes a lot of sense. That said, if you're not going to be performing a lot of activities, I mean, let's be honest, it's not an action camera, it's a vlogging camera. So if you're not going to be performing a lot of activities and you'll be like vlogging your experiences throughout the city or while traveling, well, the ZV-1 makes a lot of sense. And if you have good internet connectivity, the live stream feature is literally the cherry on the top. So yeah. Anyway, if you like this video, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Also, I know this video has been very long, so well, let's just say it was more of an experimental video, and if you would like to see more long videos like this on our channel, make sure to comment down below, and yeah, we'll work on that, because trust me, I like talking like this in front of the camera, speaking directly to you guys raw. I mean, literally, I do not have any scripts for this right now. The entire vlog, this part right here, I just made a list of pointers that I wanted to speak on, and this is what it is, raw. The other videos should be called Smackdown, huh?